Kavua kameanza kunyesha. I was about to go to bed. And then nikakumbuka, kesho I'm going to get my COVID-19 vaccine. Naju nobody knows what happens in the future. Nikasema lazima niwapigie history kwa sababu ahadi ni deni. I promised you guys that I'll be bringing you stories now that we are home. This is day 2. Manze, no flying. Today is 29th. Today was the last day of flying. So we'll be at home unless you're flying from Mombasa to other places. But from Nairobi until further notice. This is a very important story because it will come in handy in many things. For those who have been following my stories, you remember there's a guy called Jimmy. This one was my partner in crime. If you have watched the Mafia, then you know this guy. Huyu jamaa amenipitisha mengi in Nairobi. And I remember this one time I'm doing my interview. I have dropped out of uni 1 week after registering, and I do not regret that choice. There are 2 choices I've made in life that I never regret. One is to love joy, and number 2 is dropping out of uni, and it's for a good reason. And if you hang out here long enough, you'll know why. Those are the best decisions I've ever made. So niko this hosi near after South B. What is it called? Mata Hospital. That's where I'm doing my medicals, because we were supposed to do medicals for my interview before I joined Kenya Airways for the sponsorship. In the meantime, Jimmy ana man kabizina fulani hapo tulikuwa tunafanya na huko Kikuyu. So we had a movie shop in Kikuyu, but we used to live in Kino. Manze, Kino, actually not Kino, past Kino, Regen. Yeah, there's a place called Regen. And this place was Mabati houses. We used to pay 2 Gs a month. And ni hizi tu one row of 10 houses, and then there's another row of 10 houses, and then in between there's a no man's land. There's like a corridor there. That's where the hanging lines are. That's where you light up your jiko the charcoal stove. That's where you light it up, and then you do the cooking, because kwa nyumba jo utasuffocate, man. The worst thing about these houses, they are good, yes, for starting life and everything, but the worst thing about these houses is you're the other side of the house. Maybe you're the last person. It doesn't matter what the first person near, maybe close to the gate is doing. You are going to hear everything. If they are playing music, and actually this was the worst thing in that place, because one person was playing reggae music, the other person was playing Inoro station Kikuyu music, another person was playing low music, and then the iron sheet vibrates. Okay, everyone is playing their own music full volume, full blast, and the entire house or the entire plot is vibrating with different rhythm of music. Wacha mtu apike omena kwa hiyo nyumba, ndio mtajua kumbe kuna kuishi na kuna kusurvive. Anyway, that's beside the point. So that's why you used to reside Regen, and then there was a movie shop in Kikuyu, the old Kikuyu, not the now Kikuyu after the, right now they have the bypass and everything, so Kikuyu is much bigger right now, but Kitambo it was just like a small one. So this day is Jimmy manning the movie shop. Normally we do it together. Mimi niko my interviews, and this is a secret I'm giving to you guys. I hope you don't judge me. I was just a boy trying to survive in Nairobi. This is why before Netflix and everything, I never used to trust the movie, guys. For this reason, tulikuwa tunaenda pale Nairobi City Center tunachukua movie, maybe you've taken like 6 movies, all right? Those are the movies that you're going to sell for that week, all right? If people get fed up with them, you go back, pick more movies. So tumeenda tumeban like 6 movies in a CD, the master copy, and then we start burning. But you find the copier or the CD burner takes long, and it burns one movie at a time. It takes long to burn this movie, and then jioni wasi wakitoka job, customers are just trickling in buying movies, and maybe you haven't burned enough movies. Maybe you've burned like first 3 movies 10 copy each na zinaisha. So this is what you used to do. Maybe somebody wants 4 movie, you tell them take 5, we're gonna give you the 6th one free, or take 4, we're gonna give you the 5th one free. But in your mind, you know you only have 3 movies, but you're going to sell this person 5 CDs, right? 200, and then you give them an extra one. The last 2, okay, only 3 CDs have movies, but the last 2, they are empty. And you're not trying to con this person. It's because 1, you don't have time, and 2, this was a strategy you used to use so that to lure them back. So you give them 3 movies, unawapatia. Of course nobody's gonna watch all the 5 movies in one night, so they go home and they watch the movies, all right? But when they try to play the 2 blank ones, they're not gonna show. Of course they call you and tell you that the movie there's no movie in their CD. What do you tell them? You tell them to come back, and you're going to check for them, or you're going to exchange for them. But you know well that you didn't burn any movies, so that wakirudi unamwambia, oh sorry, wacha nikubania hizi movie 2, but by the time wanakuja already usha burn movie kadhaa, afu nawaambia okay sawa sawa, you had paid for 4 movies, I gave you 1 extra, but 2 haziko burned. Safanya hivi, buy 2 more, I give you 1 more. So you see, in the end in the end, this person has come back, umemwongezea more movies, and hakukuwa ikosa moja ambayo ilikuwa blank, so that they come back and buy more. So every time they used to come back, they will buy more. That's also a strategy we used to do. So unapata thao yako 2, unaipakeja, the rest of the money is just for eating. And we used to have big dreams, manze. We used to have big dreams. So this is a side hustle. This guy ameregister a uni for he's doing law. I think it was Kwea. Yeah, Kwea. He had registered for law, right? But then yeye kama mimi, yeye akadefer. For me I dropped out completely. So yeye amedefer, we just here hustling. So mimi nimeenda my interview na nini. So this fateful day, the guy ameamka, tumefika hapo hivi. Actually sisi wawili, mimi nimeenda zangu. Actually I left before him because I needed to be in a hospital for the checkup super early. So I left like 5. Alright, yeye aliamka baadaye. Amepanda mat hapo Regen because it's like a distance. There's like a stage there at Regen after Kino, and then the mat used to take us there, and then it just takes us to Kikuyu. Matatu number 105, I think. They used to go to Kikuyu and then come back. So Jimmy amechukua matatu hapo, but this time he didn't take the bus, he took the normal matatu. And if you remember, those were the times seat belts were very, very crucial. They were very important. Sometimes the policemen would ambush you, right? Will ambush you out of nowhere, and then they do the search. And that's what happened to Jimmy's vehicle that time. They were stopped by policemen. Wakaambiwa, actually almost everyone, nobody had seat belts in that car. Na sikupenda kwao. This was the makosa with that matatu. Hiyo matatu haikuwa na functional seat belt. It had seat belts, but they were not functional. Meaning hata ujaribu kufunga aje, you cannot, unless you tie a knot. Ujifunge kama, you know that karate belt, the one you tie a knot and then yeah. Wakachukuliwa wakapelekwa Kikuyu. For those who are familiar with Kikuyu, there's a Kikuyu police station somewhere there, and then there's a court just around there. There's a court, and you find actually that court is super active. So kina Jimmy wamepelekwa hapo hivi, and it was super simple, super simple. Ni ufike pale, utajua makosa yako, ulipe fine. Fine was 500 bob. You pay your fine, go back to your shughuli and your thing. Matatu imefika pale, matatu ikagonga fine ya 1000 utat. The driver paid, the cops and everything, wamelipa fine, and the matatu went back to doing its business because they have to make the rounds, make the money, make that cash. Lakini Jimmy wamebaki pale. I think they were like 10 or 11 passengers. Wakapangishwa line, wakaingizwa pale court. And this is the funny thing. I think most guys ushikwa Monday, Tuesday to Wednesday because I think those are the most active court days. By then kulikuwa na so many people ambao walikuwa wamelitoka hiyo court. Wengine hata walikuwa wametolewa industrial area. And these are stories that Jimmy was telling me before that akiwa pale Kosel kulikuwa na watu different kind. Unaona msee ameka industrial area for like 2 months, amekonda and everything, and then here he has a fresh a fresh wound. All right, someone is bleeding, and in having the conversation with them, he came to learn that wengine walikuwa pale wameshikiwa wizi, wameka industrial area waiting for their court date. Pale wamechapo manze, it's rough huko ndani, wamechapo wamefanyiwa vitu. What they are hoping is that wakuja wamezio kesi kama ni kupigwa transfer and place nyingine, but they don't want to go back to remand. So kina Jimmy wako hapo and everything. Bado jamaa atumie his survival skills. Jamaa kaita ujeuri. Wameingizwa one by one, so they started with the petty offenders, first time offenders and all those people. So hawa watu kufunga belts na nini before the real criminals, the real OGs waanze kuingia pale ndani. So unasomea makosa yako, so umeshikwa this time in this car, offense not putting on a seat belt. Guilty or not guilty? Guilty. Okay, pay fine 500 bob, go back, go wherever you are going. Okay, so come back, this is your offense. Guilty or not guilty? Guilty, your honor. Hiyo ni makosa yangu, si kufunga mshipi. Haya, pigwa fine. Wakaenda hivyo. Jimmy Jimmy mpaka leo mimi namwambia that's the most stupid thing he ever did. Jimmy akaitwa pale. The guy ameingia law school 1 term. He's not even a lawyer. Nila ameshika tu vitabu kidogo ile introduction to law and everything. Now he thinks he's a lawyer. He thinks he can represent himself. I think ni hizo movie tulikuwa tunawatch, but by the time we used to watch many movies bana. That time kulikuwa na movie inaitwa Suits. If you haven't watched Suits, find it. It's about this genius lawyer guy who shika law and everything, and then he's not a real lawyer, he's just an imposter. Anaingia pale anafanya vitu zake, but he's so good. I think that was the inspiration, but Jimmy forgot ako Kenya. Yeah, and this is why I'm telling you this story, kwa sababu at the end of the day nobody knows about tomorrow. Jimmy akaitiwa pale makosa, akaambiwa Jimmy Jaja, majina zake 3, sitaki kusema zote, let me just say the first one. Mnamo tarehe 17 mwezi ni wa April, saa 4 imesalia dakika 15, katika matatu registration number, namba ya usajili -- mlikamatwa na afisa wa polisi -- mkielekea Kikuyu, kosa huku umefunga mshipi. Okay, that's the offense. Unajitetea ukiwa upande gani wa koti? I don't know. Okay, this is me quoting from Vioja Mahakamani, but I think what they were read for is collectively. I think it was just collectively, and then you've been asked by your name. How do you plead? Jimmy baada aseme guilty, apigwa fine ya 500. The guide says not guilty. Exactly. Guess what? Koti yote ikanyamaza. Mpaka wale inmates wengine cause mnasimamaga huko, everyone kept quiet, wakaacha kuongea. Judge akaangalia msee akashindwa, this young man, does he know what he's doing? Akatoa miwani akamuuliza, young man, did you understand the question? Jimmy akasema, yes your honor, I understand the question. Judge hakuamini, akaambia prosecutor, hebu somea kijana makosa. Karatasi ikatolewa, jamaa akasomewa ta everything. This date in this vehicle you are arrested, not without you are traveling without fastening your seatbelts. Guilty or not guilty? Na kwanza waka insist pole wakamwambia, make sure you understand what you make sure you understand makosa ni gani, guilty or not guilty. Koti mzima imenyamaza, even that madam wa kutape, kila mtu amenyamaza, the guards, everyone amenyamaza. Jimmy aka breathe mightily. It was his moment, it was his time to shine. Let me show you how the boss is. I'm a law student, therefore this is tantamount to a lawyer. Shida tu ni kidogo tu, sina license ya kupractice, but I will show you who is boss. I will show you. Akasema, your honor, I understand the question and I plead not guilty. Akasema ni sawa. You know when you plead not guilty, all right, you are given, you must be given, it becomes now a court case. You are not given a court date, na ufai kuachiliwa, unafaa kuwekwa remand until investigation happens. But kama unaweza achiliwa, you have to apply for bond, that's a different process. Do achiliwa na all those things. Jimmy thought ati akisema not guilty, he'll be given a chance ya kujitetea and to say whatever he wanted to say, but that's not how it happens. Jamaa kaacho kando, wengine wakapitishwa kwanza, next one, guilty or not guilty, guilty, 500 and everyone left. Jimmy was left there. Jimmy akasema, your honor, I have something to say. Akaambia, young man, wait until you be given court date, you'll have your day ya kujitetea. Akasema, no your majesty, just hear me out. Jamaa ni stubborn, akasema, ni sawa, mtanipatia court date na mtanipatia bond and all that, but ninataka hiyo gari yenye linishika ikuje hapa, because that's where my evidence is. I want to prove before this court that kama kungekuwa na mishipi ambayo inafanya kazi, if there were serviceable belts, I would have buckled my belt na singeshikwa na huyo polisi. The problem is the car that didn't have functional belts, and therefore that's why sikukuwa nimeweka mshipi. I want that car here. The guy summoned the car. I want the car here and I want the policeman who arrested me here. Nini? Movie ni mbaya. Inakudanganya bwana. Gari ishalipa fine, ishaenda. Polisi hata mwenye waliwashika yuko hapo. Nyinyi mmeenda mkaacho huko koti. The policeman went back. You know they are supposed to be there and all that. Do you understand the paperwork that involves a court case? Na umesimama hapo hivi na ujeuri juu utaki kulipa so ngapi ya fine? Kobole. Na sasa unataka koti isimame ikusikize. Yambio, young man, shut up. You are here being sent to remand until your case is heard on this day. Jamaa kapewa court case 2 weeks away. Jamaa kaona kimekuwa serious. Akanyenyekea kidogo, akasema ni lazima niende remand, siwezi toka nini. Akaambiwa ni sawa, tutakutoa. But now because judge aliona huyu jamaa ni kijana tu mdogo huyu, is just being silly. Akamwambia tutakutoa na cash bail afu tukuweke court date 1500 Kenyan shilling. Jimmy yako na pesa ngapi? Ile zo 5. Ile ametoka alienda kwa movie, tufungue tuuzauza kidogo kidogo nini ile ilikuwa imebaki kidogo. Anahitaji thao inatoka wapi? Kwa M-Pesa there is nothing. Now you cannot be allowed to leave your place as long as you've been put in remand. You cannot leave. Jamaa karudishwa wapi? Kwa kale kakeja ka waiting now. Sasa amerudishwa na wale criminals wenyewe, the thieves and the armed robbers. Wale wamekatakatwa hivi. And kama ushaieko na hao watu, unajua ukiingia pale wanakushikashika nini. Jamaa kaona hapa vitu zitatembea, simu iko kwa mfuko itatembea, wallet itatembea, nini itatembea. The good thing, he was smart. He thought quick. Akaita karao fulani alikuwa hapo hivi, wakabonga nini. No, I think that time he didn't have. Okay, I think so akaita hapo karao alikuwa hapo hivi na nini. Unajua ukiingia remand, sasa now you have to leave everything now with the police, you record and everything. But jamaa akaona hapa nitapoteza, I'll lose my stuff. So akaita hapo karao mwingine alikuwa hapo hivi, akaona let me give this guy my stuff, anipe. So jamaa amerudishwa remand na wale majamaa, but akaona I'll lose my things, so let me think first. First thing he does, he takes his phone, calls me. Mimi niko pale katikati ya interviews, ask me, unarudi saa ngapi? Kimumana, nimeshikwa na niko hii place, can you come fast? Nini. Mimi saa hizo ndio nimeanza my checks, and what I didn't know is this was something that was supposed to go full day. Right? Full day like. So mimi niko tu pale nikauliza madoki hapo hivi, hii process tamaliza by what time will I be done? Kaniambia maybe 3 around 4. So nikamwambia Jimmy, mimi nitamaliza around 3-4, but nikimaliza mapema nitakaa mtu teke. Jamaa kaniambia koti inafungwa 3:30. After that tunapeleka huko industrial area remand, na huko watu watokaji na nini. So the guy has to think fast. Akakaa hapo hivi, lunch time imefika nini, anaona simu inaisha moto, anaona hapa I'll lose my things, nitapoteza my things to these guys. Tukienda industrial area for sure hiyo simu gone, kiatu gone, utabaki tu hivyo na nguo na nini. So by that time alikuwa make friends with the police na nini, na ameongea na wasi. His option was ukarao. By then simu ya 9k, by that time that phone was good. 9k phone around 9k. The karao amemwambia, ameona opportunity, anamwambia si nikudunge thao, utoke uniachie phone, uniuzie phone. Actually Jimmy ameanza kuconsider that thing, but akiona anauza simu ya 9k 1k, anaona hiyo ni hasara. Nasema acha niongoje umse. By good luck nikamaliziwa haraka, nikamaliziwa my checks faster. By 2 nikaanza kutoka. You can imagine now from South B, go to town, take a mat, Kikuyu with all traffic. Manze, I was running through town like a madman. Cha. Good thing I got there right on time. Niliingia hivi kwanza, nikasimamishwa hapo hivi, nikaambiwa hapo huwezi ingia, maabusu wanatoka na staki umix na wao, cause you know when they are coming from court, lori inasimama hapo kwa mlango, and then they are like 10 police, 5 on this side, pointing gun at these people so that waingie moja anatoka. They come from the courthouse direct to the lorry. It's a very funny scene, because they don't want these guys to run away. Ukio remand haupewi uniform, so it's hard to know who the prisoners are and who the civilians are. So akaniambia hapo ukiingia na uchanganyikane na hao watu, utapelekwa remand na kutoka itakuwa ni ngori. So unataka kuingia hapa ndani, wacha tumalize hii process nini na, and that time I'm just talking to Jimmy, amwambia niko hapo nje nimekatazwa kuingia, this is the story and Jimmy amepanic, anasema mimi naingishwa kwa lori bana. Sasa as we are talking I see Jimmy is next hapo kwa mlango. Wamefungwa wote, wanaingia one by one, so he is next. Akiingia kwa hiyo lori hakuna kutoka. Nikaambia hiyo karao nimekuja kutoa ile jamaa. Akaniambia right now koti imefungwa, hakuna kitu ninaweza fanya. I don't know what happened in there. I think nakoka na kismat. I happened to see a good person. Nikamwambia nataka kutoa ile jamaa. Right now sasa hiyo niko nje ya gate. Polisi wamejaa hapo hivi. These guys have been put in a lorry. Nikaingia hapo hivi. Nikatumwa kwa place fulani hapo, nikaambiwa if you can make the payment now, huyo jamaa anaenda. So Jimmy akaitwa akatoa hapo hivi, so wengine wakaanza kuingizwa hapo ndani. So mimi nimekimbia huko ndani, naambiwa ni brother yako. Huyo jamaa kwanza acha tumpeleke huko ndani kwanza, amesumbua sana. So I'm there, I'm just pleading with these guys, acha nilipe nini. So nikatoa thao, nikalipa. Jimmy alikuwa ametoa 5, so tukalipa 1500 and then akatolewa. But tukaambiwa kwanza tuongoje hawa sio wapite kwanza. They were put in the lorry. Ni lorry kama hizi, if you have seen the lorries that carry bread, sealed all over and then with the small holes at the top for breathing. Ikafungwa, they were taken away, they were whisked away. So mimi nimebaki hapo na Jimmy. Jimmy amepewa court date in 2 weeks time. So as I'm walking, I'm listening to this story na muiza. Unajisikia? Can you listen to yourself what you are saying? How can you even argue with a judge? Unajisikia? Like ninaenda nikimwambia hiyo ni ujinga. Because now we are spent 1500 and that money doesn't come easy. Making that profit from a movie shop. It's not easy manze. Na hatujakula na nini. So that's what happened. That's how kidogo Jimmy alibakisha hivi kuingia industrial area Remand. Huko angetoboa. Why? Jia so tano. I'm sure you are asking what happened you're asking what happened with the court case and the date. Jimmy kept on going kwa hiyo koti, waiting for his case to be mentioned. Anaambiwa another date, anaenda hadi akachoka, na hiyo ikaisha hivyo. Leo anaenda hakuna file na nini. The thing is, ukishiko kama na such petty things hatujafunga mshipi, you think hata utafungwa ama nini? Unaenda pale court, wanakupiga fine, unalipa, you are gone. They don't bother with such cases. Wata deal na case kama hiyo, na hapo hivi kuna mtu alinyonga mtu akamnyang'anya simu. It's not gonna happen. So instead of paying 500, he ended up paying 1500. Saa zingine nipo kupigaga mahesabu banzi. And that's why you Kenyans mnahitaji time ya COVID mpige mahesabu. Hii maneno ya kutoa barakoa hii you see tunafungiwa hapa hivi, we're not doing anything. Why? Because we want to do things our own way. Tunataka kufight na the government. No, hiyo ni vitu wezi. You just put on your mask, watch a story mob, and tupige hesabu. We see what you are going to lose and what you are gaining. Okay? At the end of the day, it's for your own health. It's for your own safety. Kwa sasa hii kumefungwa, tutafanya aje? Sisi tunaumia. Anyway, I'm going to get my short kesho. I'll keep you updated. Make sure you get yours manze. Make sure you get yours. Ndio tusaidiane manze. Au sio? Cheers, take care. Tupatane kesho.